Okay, now the next complication is the fact that we can actually make the logger do some fairly complex calculations. Now, let's take, for example, our temperature and angle measurement. If we were, for example, calculating a vector whereby somebody had given us the equation whereby the adjusted temperature was equal to the actual temperature times sine of the angle times pi divided by 180. That's a fairly normal thing to do, whereby we're just making an adjustment for a vector. So if somebody asked us now to apply that particular correction to the readings, we'd do it in the following way. Let's go back to our little program. Now I'm going to remove these alarms because at the moment we don't need them, and we'll just go back over to there. Now I'll just remove the digital for the minute. Now here's our temperature and here's our angle. So what I'm going to do is the fact that we can allocate measurements to things called channel variables. What the channel variables are, they're a method of calculating things. They're just simply purely a calculation, so they're not an actual measurement, but they're the result of a measurement, and then you can do calculations with them and return them like normal measurements and normal channels. So let's take the temperature measurement. What we're going to do is assign it to one of these channel variables. We're going to assign it to channel variable 1. So therefore, temperature measurement will go into channel variable 1. Now the angle measurement is going to be assigned to a CV. That's going to be assigned to CV2. So we've taken temperature, we've assigned it to CV1. Angle, we've assigned it to CV2. Now we need to right click, add a channel, and what we're going to do is add a channel variable. Now we need to, under this expressions, I right click, select properties. Now channel variable 3, we're going to allocate the values. Now if you remember, the equation was the temperature, which was 1 CV, times sine of the angle, which is 2 CV, times pi, which is 3.142 divided by 180. It's converting it from degrees to radians. Now that's our equation. So what's going to be happening here is the fact that the temperature is going to be read. The value is then put in this channel variable 1 CV. The angle will be read. Its value will be put into channel variable 2 CV. And then the result will come out as a result of this calculation here. The result will be then put in 3 CV. Now let's just add another thing here. We'll put the label. So we'll call this ADJ temp, adjusted temp. Now we send that program to the connection. Again, it warns us, and we'll click on window, come over to text 1, and we can observe the values returning. Now what I'll do is I'll clear this window, and there's our equation there. There's our adjusted sine measurement, adjusted temperature, and as the angle approaches 0, of course it will be basically equivalent, and if we can get that angle around about 180 degrees, of course it'll go to 0. So it's simple calculation.